So let's look at today's price action regarding dollar index. So there's a few things to take note of, guys. Today was a holiday in America, so volume was a bit low. Not that the market was closed. Market was open, but the volume was a bit low. So that's why you saw that today's price action wasn't that much of a big deal. We didn't see any huge moves on dollar index. Yes, it moved to the downside a bit, but it wasn't much to really talk about. As you can see, our average daily range was only like around 20 pips. The daily range for today was 20 pips. So now, with that said, we've got price trading in this bullish order block here. We've got price trading in this bullish order block, and most importantly, it's right at the 50%. It touched the 50% mean threshold of dollar index. So we've got the 50% mean threshold here of our daily bullish OB, which you can clearly see here. So each time price was coming down to the 50% mean threshold, price is finding what? Support. Every time price traded to the main threshold of the daily bullish order block, it's finding support. So for those who like to take risk, today would have been an opportunity to long DXY. As you can see, if you go to Euro USD, it did fall during the time when dollar was testing that 50%. It fell like 15 pips. So the liquidity was very thin. So it wasn't advisable to take any trades. So with that said, now, what then do we anticipate the market to do come Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all the way to Friday? Now, you can see we've got this price swing here from this low to this high. We've got that price swing there from this low to this high. Now, if you're in class on Saturday, I spoke about discount prices. Right now, dollar index is trading at a higher time frame demand, and price is showing willingness to trade to the upside only until we see these lows being broken to the downside. Then we anticipate price to trade all the way to the downside. But as it is, if you grab your Fib2, if you grab your Fibonacci from the low to the high, right, you can see that price is trading below the 50% mean threshold of the Fib level. It's trading below the 50% mean threshold of the Fibonacci level. Now, what does that mean? It means as long as price is trading below 90.37, as long as price is trading below 90.37 all the way to 89.87. Okay, let me get rid of this guy. So I'm just removing the color shade on the daily bullish order block. As long as price is in this gray shaded area, it means we're in a discount zone. We're in a range where you can be a long, you can go long on dollar index. So this range here, from the 50% equilibrium point all the way to the 70%, which is our OTE. Now, when you know that you are in a range, in a discount range, you must know that there's no need for you to look for short positions. There's no need, but you can. But make sure your stop loss is tight, because it might reverse and shoot all the way to the upside like it did here, like it did here. So I'm anticipating price to drop further, probably testing the 90.0 price point and then shoot to the upside. This is what I'm anticipating this week. But even though there's no reason for you not to be long from current price, you can go long at the current price. You're only looking at a stop of from the current price all the way to 89 and below. It's like 50 pips, right? You're looking at a 50 pip stop loss, which is something you should be in a position to accommodate. 50 pips is not a lot. Yes, it might be a lot if you're trading a standard lot size, but with the mini and micro lot size, it's not a lot. So with that said, there's no reason for you not to go long. Probably tomorrow, London session, you must take note of the low that is formed during London session. Make sure if you do see any impulsive move during the London session, any impulsive move to the downside, take note where price is trading to, because it could be taking out the stops below 1, 2, and 3. Today's low. There's sell stops below there. So I'm going to highlight that. We've got sell stops below today's low. Sell stops. So take note where price is gonna trade to during London session. If it happens that price drops down all the way to 90.240, it would be ideal for you to load your longs with a stop loss below 89.87. Why the low that is formed in London? It's going to reduce the risk of entering. If you enter a position right now, you're looking at about 50 pips. But if you wait for the low that is going to be formed during London, then your risk is going to be reduced. You'll be looking maybe at a 30 or 25 pip stop loss. So if we go to H4, we drop down to the H4 time frame. Let me just bring this forward here. If we drop to H4 time frame, you can clearly see the lows that I've highlighted there. Those 3 lows, those lows are considered as equal lows, and below equal lows we've got what? Buy stops. So if we are to move lower during London, if price is to move low during London, expect it to test this level here. You see this level to the left, the one I'm highlighting. Expect price to test that zone before we could see a move to the upside. Now, what is there at the top that we have to aim for? Firstly, look at the old high. We've got this high here. This is probably Friday's high. What lies above? Buy stops. Now, this will be your target, right? We've got buy stops above here. And we also have liquidity void in this price action here. Market was just offering sell side liquidity, so we expect price to at least fill up this void here in the coming days or so. Now let's drop to a hourly chart. Now this is now more precise. You'll be more precise now with your price action. As you can see, what we are having here, this price action on the hourly chart, there's a bit of consolidation the whole of today. All of today, there's a bit of consolidation here. There is consolidation. Market opened. This is today's high, and then it dropped. Can you see the low of today? When was it formed? 10 a.m. during London session. The high was formed when market opened. That was Aussie session. But take note of New York's high. There's buy stops above that price point. So you must always make sure you know where dollar is heading to. It doesn't mean that you cannot trade short. You can trade short, but make sure you're trading in accordance with the higher time frame. If you're going to trade short on dollar index, make sure it's those trades where you should be in a position to not risk a lot. Because if you do risk a lot, you might be in trouble if price decides to shoot to the upside, if you risk too much. So as long as we are in this gray shaded area, guys, longs are ideal on dollar index. There's no two ways about that. So we need to see price trading way above 90.090. As long as we are dropping below that, then we need to be a bit careful with our trades. So now I'm just going to unmute everyone, then you can have your inputs, you can have your questions ready so that we are all on the same page.
Okay.
Is there any questions, guys? I'm asking you to unmute your mic. If you want to say something, you must unmute, guys. Don't be zombies out there.
The guys, they are on mute.
No, I've unmuted most of them.
So the sell stops, those equal lows you said you were pointing out on the daily time frame. I'm sure if we clear those stop losses and the price, I think must close above the 50% mini threshold of the bullish order block. That will be a confirmation of price. Finding support, right?
Yeah, you see, the thing is, as long as the price is trading above the 50% of this guy here, this bullish order block. Take note, I didn't use this as my bullish order block. I used this guy. The reason why I didn't use this is because of this price action here. We need to see a clear close above the opening of the last down candle, which happened here, this green candle here. This green candle validates this down candle as a bullish order block.
Okay.
These two green candles here do not validate this guy as a bullish order block. So that's why I'm saying we need to be focusing on this guy here. So as long as price stays above 90.24, as long as price is staying above that price action, yes, longs are ideal. And if it breaks to the downside, wait for it to close above 90.24 for you to take your long entry. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the price action for dollar index is just this time is just a mirror of Euro USD, exactly the same thing.
Yeah, it's always like that. It's always like that. It's always a mirror image. Unlike with the British pound. British pound sometimes rallies all the way to the upside, to the downside before it catches up. I don't know. Anyone else with a question? Boss Simba, do you have any question?
Mr. Simba
on USD, I'm fine. On USD, I am okay.
So as long as we are monitoring dollar index in such a manner, the opposite will apply on
the base.
on Euro USD. You can see there our equilibrium point. This is from the weekly forecast now. Our equilibrium point is coming way above 1.2150. So as long as price is trading above 1.2150, make sure you take note where dollar is, because it will be offering shorting opportunities on Euro USD. But if it happens that Euro USD clears up these guys here, these highs, let me just highlight them. We clear up 1, 2, and 3. Then there's a big chance that Euro could trade all the way up to 1.22600. There'll be a big chance. In that case, it means dollar will be crashing. So for us to be guaranteed the long position on Euro USD, dollar has to be crashing. There has to be huge weakness coming into dollar index. So tomorrow's low during London session is your trigger point. I'll be monitoring it. I know most guys are very busy. I'll be monitoring it, and then I'll just be updating you guys on the group. Do you have any questions, guys? You must ask, even if it's something that's not related to dollar index. You must ask.
But the pay which you gave us is homework that one.
Sorry, Eddie, I didn't get
the card CHF, the one which you sent as the assignment.
I'm still waiting for people to submit their answers. Only you submitted. None of the guys have submitted yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm still waiting for the guys to submit their response to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I must resubmit, yes.
Sorry, boss, I didn't get that.
Okay. All right.
We check this other pay which you gave us. I think it's CHF JPY. Let me see.
Which one?
I think CHF JPY. Let me see. Yeah, it's CHF JPY. Are we guaranteed for long or?
So this thing has broken above to the upside.
CHF JPY.
This thing has cleared all the buy stops now.
CHF JPY. Can we say we are now long? The market structure change.
Yeah, the thing now, remember, CHF JPY.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you loud.
CHF JPY. CHF JPY.
Yeah. The candle today.
You see, the thing with the CHF JPY that CHF JPY is a very volatile pair.
Yeah.
You can see this is a daily time frame, right? But look at the weeks on a daily chart. Look at the week. That tells you how volatile this pair is. So it won't surprise to see that tomorrow can be a bearish candle which closes way below today's price action. That won't be a surprise. And for that to happen, dollar index has to be strong. But as long as dollar index is weak, the Swiss franc is going to gain. You see? And when the Swiss franc gain against the yen, then prices are going to move to the upside. Remember the basket for dollar index. CHF is there. Only USD JPY moves the same with dollar index. USD CAD, USD CHF, they're all bearish right now, same as dollar index. But when you look at a cross pair like CHF JPY, if dollar is weak, CHF is our is our base currency in that pair. No, it's the court currency. So it's gonna gain momentum. As long as dollar is gonna trade to the downside, then CHF is gonna gain momentum in that cross pair. CHF JPY is a cross pair. It's not a major, it's not a minor, it's a cross pair. So you need to keep seeing weakness for longs to be guaranteed on CHF JPY, because I wouldn't be surprised to see a huge rejection like this on CHF JPY, or what you can see here, because we have cleared how many highs have we cleared on? So we've cleared 1, we've cleared 2, we have cleared these 2 highs, and probably Friday's high. We've cleared those highs in 1 day. Price can do a V return to the downside and continue. This can only happen if dollar becomes strong. Otherwise, as long as dollar is gonna keep going to trade lower, then yeah, longs are ideal on CHF JPY. Same applies on NZD JPY. Longs will also be ideal if dollar index keeps trading to the downside. Do you understand that, Eddie?
Dollar crashes. Yes, yeah, it's clear. It's clear. The reason why I was what was confusing me, it was like on daily chart on D1. It sounds like it was ranging, then it break the range. Then I was thinking if it will retest, then, but I understand your explanation.
Yeah, you see, for a retest to be valid as a long entry,
Did you hear me?
for a retest
Yeah, I
to
think
be valid,
network there is costing.
Yeah, network is costing. Because on D1, if you check clear on D1, it's ranging. Today is the only time it breaks the range.
yeah, this network is acting up big time, guys. But I'm sure you have all
Hello,
understood
Ivan.
what we were discussing
I
here.
think it's network. Network is acting up.
So I'm sure you've understood what we were discussing, and I've recorded the session so that those who were not in the Zoom session can also get to watch the video. I'll upload it on YouTube in a moment. So yeah, longs on CHF JPY, make sure we keep seeing weakness in dollar index for longs to be valid. Otherwise, if dollar finds support around that 90.00 level, if dollar finds support, then longs on CHF JPY, you need to put them on hold and trade to the downside. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's pretty much about it, guys. It's unfortunate. The network is acting up a bit. It would have been nice to hear from people like Dr. Katleko Sipumelele. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if they can hear me.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much about it, guys. I'm going to upload the session in a moment so that the others can go through it. So yeah, I wish you guys good luck and happy trading for the week.
Okay, thanks, Ivan.
Ciao.